I'm here at the Portland office of Jewish Family and Child Service. Hi, I'm Evan Bernstein. These guys do an amazing amount of really important philanthropic work. And they do it for a large and diverse group of folks in our community who at this point in their lives are in serious need of assistance. So what exactly do they do? Well, I'm just gonna skim the surface here. First off, they provide a safe haven for the most vulnerable in our community, helping victims of domestic violence receive medical assistance and counseling and basically whatever is needed to get them on their feet to live independent lives free from fear.
In addition to kind of those day-to-day supports, we work with people who have kind of emergent situations, housing crises, employment crises.
I am a recovering victim of domestic violence that was very severe. Unfortunately, this traumatic brain injury happened in California. I came back home and I had zero. And Maria helped me with finding other sources to be able to help in my predicament. Hopefully I can stay here and not have to worry about being on the street again. I can't thank them enough.
And they also do tremendous work with families who have children or other family members with developmental disabilities, bringing their experience and know-how into play to ensure that everyone gets equal access to a wide variety of resources and so they can reach their full potential and contribute back to society. That's pretty cool.
We serve adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities in the Tri-County area. Our clients have predetermined goals when they come to us, and their goals, just like anyone else might have. I want to live independently in my own home. I want to have a job.
JFCS has just been out ahead of the crowd in the Jewish community in bringing up the issue of, yes, we have disabled children, yes, we need to do something for them.
Well, I manage the TASK program, which is treasuring, accepting, and supporting Kehillah, or community. And what that means is I'm a first contact for many families when they first get a diagnosis with somebody who has a disability.
I think that the fact that she has a provider coming in every week to help her plan her schedule and to look at what she needs for shopping and to do the shopping has helped us to let somebody else be a primary person in her life that helps her make plans. And so she has become more confident about doing things on her own and with her provider, and we have become more confident that she can do that.
My favorite part of the week is getting up at 6 in the morning, going to Art from the Heart. I get up independently. I set my alarm the night before. Now I'm going to bed early, like at 9.
I have relatives of my immediate family, but no soul, no text, no phone calls. So I'm just on my own.
I think we enjoy each other's company and always seem to have something to talk about. All of the clients that I have through Jewish Family Services have gifted me more than I've ever gifted them. That's the way I feel anyway. They've enriched my life, and it's really been a blessing for me.
Let me tell you something. When this last recession hit, there were so many people who were impacted in ways they never could imagine. I'm talking about some people who got bad breaks that really knocked them down. But JFCS is here to provide a safety net of basic and essential services to get them back on their feet.
We have been able to assist folks who are homeless and help folks transition from homelessness to a permanent home.
I was living homeless for maybe about 4.5 months or so. I was living down in the George Hotel. I had a big horrible experience being down there.
And he, everything, he got laid off from his job and was living downtown, and he was living amongst, very serious criminals and very serious drug dealers, and he didn't want to be part of that reality, but he was there.
If it wasn't for Jewish Family Services, I wouldn't have a place to stay at right now. I'd probably be still struggling, looking for a place.
It's funny to see him now, and he's, volunteering and working and has a job and he's benefited now and lives in a really cool house in Northeast Portland, and he's telling Chris he's a success story.
I moved to Portland in 2009 with my wife Renee. and our 30-year-old daughter, Andrea, who is severely disabled and who requires 24-hour care. After being in Portland for about a year, I fell on some really tough times. I lost my wife to a sudden illness and had to face the reality that I could no longer be the primary caregiver for our daughter on my own. I was truly in a terrible place. But life turned around when Jewish Family and Child Services entered the picture. They helped me get my daughter into a group home and handled things one never even thinks about, like managing the burial logistics for my wife, contacting the military to get to my son who was serving overseas back to Portland, helping us to obtain US citizenship, and giving us meals for the high holidays. Until you're faced with the unexpected, you never know how fragile life can be. But with an organization like JFCS, which is heavily funded by your generous contributions, people like me are given a lifeline.
That really does come back to the theme, I think, of what we try to do in the agency, and certainly what we try to do through our counseling department. And that's really being able to bring people together, provide them a whole host of services, really encompassing the entire family and the entire spectrum of opportunity to bring people and families together.
My favorite activity every other week is that I can participate in this program, helping us talk about growing older and growing in a communal institution as opposed to living in your own home.
Then there's the important work they do for our Holocaust survivors. In case you don't know, as of right now, there are over 225 Holocaust survivors living in Oregon. And thanks to JFCS, 120 are provided with a wonderful array of services and programs designed to guarantee that they continue to lead lives of personal dignity and enrichment.
Cafe Europa is a monthly group that gathers and to offer survivors and community members an opportunity to connect around social, recreational, and educational activities. Many people who participate in Cafe Europa, it's the one thing that they look forward to each month. They have no other social activities to participate in, and it keeps people fresh and thinking and looking forward.
So those days were extremely painful. And Jewish family, since I am back again into my family, is not as painful to experience me being Jewish. It's my pride and joy who I am, and I love being Jewish. And I realized that we all want the same, to love one another and to care for one another. So now, to feel that I feel liberated since JFC gave me this freedom because I have a support.
What's really great about being a volunteer coordinator, working with this community in particular, is that I get the chance to see both sides. I get to work with clients who are in need of services or in need of an extra hand or some help and support. And I also get to work with people in the community who are eager to do something and want to get out there and don't just want to donate money or write a check, but they really want to get their hands dirty and be a mensch in the trench.
VIP Homemaker Services is a lifeline for seniors and people with disabilities. It keeps people out of nursing homes and living in their own homes and participating in the community as long as possible.
My job is to help for her cleaning house, cooking, maybe sometimes transportation, organization home, and another job.
First year we can believe it. We can believe it.
everybody helping. She bring us TV at home. She brought some clothes for me. I told her that next week I go to work. Okay, I come again. Next hour she come and bring some jeans and shoes and t-shirts, whatever. Take it.
We're here to uplift one another and take care of one another. And the Jewish Child and Family Service certainly has done that for me and countless others over my lifetime.
This is what they do, the staff and volunteers of Jewish Family and Child Service. And this is what we do, right? As members of this community, we take care of each other. We perform good deeds, mitzvot, and let's face it, JFCS makes it painless for us to be champs at this. We get to do the easy thing, throw some money at it. They have to do the hard part, which is to hire and develop the most dedicated, caring, creative, knowledgeable, and resourceful people on the planet to look at each person in need, not as a number, but as the individuals they are. To position them for progressive successes in their lives so they can do what they really want to do, which, believe me, is simply give back. Contribute, participate, make the world a better place. In Hebrew, it's tikkun olam. It's what I call a win-win for everybody.
Thank you for joining us today. Together, we can make a difference.